The Danube region is under direct attack. Following Moscow's withdrawal from the Black Sea grain deal, Russian missile strikes targeting Ukrainian ports along the Danube River have significantly increased over the past weeks. The Kremlin is once again threatening the civilian population and risking the region's safety and stability, as the attacks are happening close to the Romanian border and EU and NATO member. Dylan White, the acting spokesperson for NATO, disclosed this week that Romania's ambassador has briefed the alliance about the drone fragments that have been found. He emphasized that there is no evidence suggesting any deliberate aggression by the Russian Federation against allied territories. However, Romania retains the option to invoke Article 4 of the NATO Treaty, which calls for collective consultations among member states to safeguard political independence, territorial integrity, and overall security. The Ministry of Defense of Romania has asserted that should an attack occur on Romanian soil, the country's armed forces are fully prepared to respond appropriately. This doesn't necessarily mean further escalation, as some observers are suggesting. Invoking Article 5, the core of the alliance's collective defense, is no automatism. Following an attack, the NATO state first has to decide whether or not to ask for support, and the response taken is then determined by all members. Rather than fearing an Article 5 scenario, so effectively blaming Romania for their border being too close to militarily irrelevant targets, we should ultimately be much more concerned about the Russian Federation's continued heinous attacks, deliberately causing civilian casualties. We need to understand that Putin is taking all of these factors into account, including the further weaponizing of food against the weakest parts of global society.